Nebraska football has had quite the season so far this year. From the coaching changes to the wins and losses of the season, the Huskers have seen it all. As the team prepares to head into the final leg of the season, let's recap the past couple months. Nebraska football opened the season facing Northwestern across the ocean in Dublin, Ireland. Nebraska had caught the lead in the second half. Then, former head coach Scott Frost decided to call for an onside kick. By the end of the game, the Huskers had fallen behind with a score of 31-28.
I made that call, so that's on me. At that point in the game, I thought all the momentum was on our side. I thought if we got it, we could end the game. The way we were playing, I felt at that point like we had a really good chance of winning the game, and I felt like maybe we were the better team. And you can't really foresee them scoring 14 straight and us sputtering after we'd played well to start the second half on offense. So, again, those are excuses. If I had it over, I wouldn't make the call.
The Huskers then returned to Nebraska for their first home game against North Dakota, which resulted in a 38-17 win. Running back Anthony Grant had 23 carries for 189 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Fighting Hawks.
Followed my blocks. Eventually I had busted to the outside, and I just, ran all the way to the touchdown.
Georgia Southern was the next home game, and it was the last game Frost would coach for the Huskers. The day after the 42-45 loss, Vice Chancellor and Athletic Director Trev Alberts announced that Frost had been fired.
I met with Scott at 11 o'clock and informed him, I want you to know that Scott was extremely collegial and he understood. I wasn't surprised because I know how much Scott loves this place. And I think that's really important.
Mickey Joseph was chosen as interim head coach.
This is about Nebraska football. It's bigger than me, than anyone else. And I want y'all to understand that. It's bigger than me than anyone else.
The first game with Joseph leading the Huskers was a 14-49 loss against the Oklahoma Sooners. Joseph took ownership for the loss, but defensive back Miles Farmer said the loss was on the players.
That's what he's supposed to say. As a team, we all know it's not on him. He's not on the field playing, So it wasn't on Coach Mick. I know he wanted to say that, and that's what he wanted to give the message to. He wanted to give y'all that message, but as a team, we know it's on us.
The Huskers then faced the Indiana Hoosiers for the homecoming game. Nebraska topped Indiana with a 35-21 win, and Nebraska's offense finished the game on the field. Quarterback Casey Thompson said the offense worked through adversity to push out the win.
We pushed through some adversity today, and the start of fourth quarter, I kind of gathered up the O-line and offense, and I said, we're going to win this game up front. As long as we play smart and don't have any more penalties, and we put about 2 or 3 touchdowns on the board, we'll win the game. Sure enough, we went down and we scored 2 touchdowns in a row, so that's what happened.
Nebraska football hit the road for an away game against Rutgers. The Huskers had no points at halftime, but they ended the game on top 14-13. Defensive back and true freshman Malcolm Hartzog got an interception that helped the Huskers win.
Yeah, but not like I am now, but I was already prepared for it, so I had to be prepared. So the credit's just practicing hard and being able to take on this moment.
The Huskers were on the road again to face Purdue, which ended in a 37-43 loss for the Huskers. However, wide receiver Trey Palmer broke a school record during the game with 237 receiving yards in a single game.
I go game by game, and I just play football at the end of the day. I don't determine my stats or none of that, so I just play football. That's what I love, so I'm blessed to have the opportunity to play football, and that's what I do.
Nebraska has 3 wins and 4 losses so far this season. 2 of those wins and 2 of those losses were under Joseph. After the bye week, the Huskers face Illinois at home in Memorial Stadium at 2:30 p.m. Make sure to check out hailvarsity.com and the Hail Varsity YouTube channel for content during the week leading up to the game and on game day. Thanks for watching.